Hello, hello, hello. It's literally been ages. I lie. um, I've gone to the loo. I've put the kettle on for making a cup of coffee. And I have a little gas stove that I boil on. So I'm waiting for the water to boil now. And then, is this one loose or not? Welcome everybody. If you haven't just watched part 5 and now part 6, then and you've been gone for a while, I'm literally gonna upload them at the same time. What I've done now is I've set the I do think it's that side that's loose. I've switched my internet on. I've started uploading the current video, but I have my phone in airplane mode. So the one is now uploading whilst I'm recording this one. So hopefully that works. That will be a little bit convenient if I don't have to sit through 2 uploads. Alright. If you've watched my last video, you will realize the significance of what I'm doing right now. I'm tearing the napkin. Sorry, I amuse myself with these things sometimes. Maybe I should explain why I'm tearing the napkin. No, sorry. Sarcasm is not a good thing, is it? I will not be sarcastic. I will not. For today, I will not be sarcastic. Some people hate sarcasm. I love it. Listen, I saw a video of another person that struggles to do shabby chic. Now I struggle to do shabby chic. There's a few of my subscribers that have videos on their channels, and one lady that I saw on Facebook, well, she met me here on the channel, and then I was referred to Facebook, Sonia Friskas, and she does the most amazing freaking shabby chic. Now, shabby chic does not come naturally to me, but I like a challenge. So I was actually thinking of making a video. There was another crafter, like an old-time crafter, with way like 4,000 or something subscribers, like not in my category, that also said she can't do shabby chic. So I was actually thinking of challenging her, you know, like, in my opinion, the reason we can't do shabby chic is we are left-brained. We want to analyze it, and shabby chic is not analyzable. I told you were going to learn new words if you watch me. Analyzable. Alright, let's see, where shall we add more? Oh, by the way, I figured out how I'm going to decorate when it's done. This is going to be my masterpiece. So the napkin literally looks like this, and it's only got this one corner of this. I've got this in silver. I think I have it close by, actually. Let me just grab it. I have the same thing in silver, and I have the same thing in gold. And then this one is sort of a rose gold. So I was thinking this goes quite nicely with this thing. But I don't like the fact that it's shiny. So I think by putting the glue over it, then I will automatically de-shine it. There's another word for you. What's the word for unshining it, people? You de-shine it. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have the English dictionary people contacting me soon for all the new English words that I am creating. I'm gonna become famous for creating new English words. I know, I have a terrible sense of humor. I like laughing at my own stupidity. That's it. Let's see. Oh, so what I was saying in the previous one. So I want to make a few videos like explaining tech stuff, but at a slower pace. You know, like at a more reasonable and understandable pace. And then the other thing that I really want to do is I want to create digitals. So I'm busy learning that. And I was thinking if there's interest, then I can literally just, whilst I'm learning, record that. So if you can learn anything from my process or, you know, just how to do digitals, I'm mostly going to do it on free apps as far as I possibly can and not on paid apps. So if there's interest in that, I would love it if you could let me know. Why I'm putting that there now is I just want to sort of catch, if I do that, then that bit is empty. So if I do the 2 there, you know, up to the embossed bit, then I can catch sort of more of the thingy-majiggy, of the serviette, of the napkin. Sorry, sometimes the word jump out of my mouth before I am able to find the correct word, like serviette or napkin. Okay, my water is nearly boiling for my coffee, and my throat is a little bit parched. So, yep, my water is boiling. So if you will indulge me again, I keep on asking for indulgences. It's probably not a good thing. But I just want to make a cup of coffee. You have to realize it's winter here, no? So it's cold. It's not that cold right now. The weather is changing. But it is winter. And me needs a cup of coffee. You can listen to the dogs barking while I put water into my cup. I live in a I live off grid, for lack of a better term. I don't have electricity. We have a small solar panel that charges an inverter, and that enables me, I can charge my phone from there. Not much more. There's a few lights that's also linked to it. And then we have a generator that we start at night for a few hours to properly charge everything, and we watch TV and mostly DVDs and videos and that sort of thing. And being off grid in South Africa is weird. It's not a thing like it is in America, etc. It's not a standard thing. I'm definitely considered weird. Definitely. I'm not considered to be normal. But hey, who wants to be normal? Normal is boring, people. Normal is boring. And if you're a crafter, you're already not normal. Just accept it. Next question. Oh, I nearly put this in my coffee. That won't work. That seriously won't work. Make a cup of coffee and then poison yourself with wood glue. Although I do think wood glue is made mostly of cornstarch or flour. So I suppose it's not that poisonous, but it's not like I want to try. Right, let's do that. And then I'm gonna put another bit there. I'm actually getting excited for this. I think it's gonna look very nice. So quite excited to try that. I've not had any questions with regards to what I'm doing or anything. Is there no questions? Oh, my friend Trace that I told you about in the last video is she said she made one, but now she hasn't shown me because she's obviously in the middle of moving house. But she said she made one and she's quite pleased with how it turns out. So if you are making this, I would really, really, really like to see it. So please make sure you show me somehow. If you have a channel, maybe show me on that, or if you could send me a photo in Messenger or send me an email to my email address or something. Please, I would love to see it. The thing that I like about this, I've said it in a few of the comments, is it's extremely versatile. I mean, anything that needs to go in a pocket can go in here. And ultimately, you can make it as big as, oh, that was a boo-boo. As big as a, like a A4 or a letter-sized envelope. So, you're really not limited. And, I mean, can you imagine how much stuff can go into these envelopes without it taking up a lot of space? As long as it's flat and papery or etc., it can pretty much go in here. And I like that. I like that versatility. Let's see. I like that one. But I want to try and catch the top of that little thingy. There we go. I realize I'm not doing it like the other crafters. They cut it out or water it out and then put it on, and I sort of just want to cover the whole background. It's one of my challenges is decorating. I'm really good on ideas, I'm really good on coming up with ideas, but I'm not that good at the decorating bit. So this is just my attempt to sort of fill the background before you put some sort of a pièce de résistance on top of it. So I was thinking that, and then if that still looks a little bit empty or not so full, then I might add a butterfly, like the whole original idea. How many times have I changed my mind on the decoration, people? Have any of you watched the whole series? And have any of you counted how many times I've changed my mind? Hey, it's a woman's prerogative to change her mind. And anybody that says differently is just wrong. We're allowed to, we're crafters. I've sort of realized that the fact that I can't edit is actually might be turning into an advantage for me, because what happens is you see what I'm doing, you see the mistakes, you see the little thingies that is not practiced off camera or not happening off camera, like that. I mean, that's now a mistake. But you also see, like, it's not the end of the world to make a mistake. I listened to a video yesterday of a woman that made a snippet roll, like a fabric snippet roll. And she said it turned out bad at the end and she threw it away. I don't think I've ever thrown anything away that I've made. I've always found a way to sort of fix it. So that was weird to me. And I think partially by watching what I do, it's kind of part of like, yes, although you see the mistakes, but then you're also going to be able to see how I fix it, or maybe that it doesn't look so bad, you know, like often we think whatever we're doing looks terrible, and it doesn't actually look terrible, you know. So I'm going to see if that fits in there. Yes, it does. I don't know if you saw there now, the one that I did before when I did it on the wrong side, that's pretty much dry. So it doesn't really take too long to dry. It's just, you know, giving it a bit of time. But I think by the time I'm done through, you know, like decoupaging each one, then I know it's not called decoupage, sorry. But by the time that you're done doing this, the place where you started will be dry and you can sort of go on again. You know, you can move on and do the next thing on top of that. I think that's the benefit of having so many envelopes. So you can just keep on keeping on. Somebody made a comment like that, and they said, just keep on keeping on. I thought that was cute. I have the best subscribers in the world. I am getting the most awesome comments on my videos that anybody has ever gotten on any of their videos. I tell you, this is such a confidence booster. If you think that your craft is not good enough, or there's something that you are not doing right or something, man, getting a YouTube channel is really good for your confidence. I'm loving it. And you know what, now what's the other thing is that, like, when you are just a YouTube watcher, you know, like if you're just a subscribe, I don't want to say just that's not what I mean. I don't mean it's trivial in any way, but I mean you're sort of not completely involved, if that makes sense. There's a bit of a them and us, you know, like just the subscriber versus the people with the channels, you know, that sort of thing. And this definitely makes you more part of the community. Here's a tip for you. I'm gonna make tip videos, okay, but here's a tip so long. I will mention it again in my tip video. But if you are thinking of starting a YouTube channel, if that's anywhere in your future agenda for what you want to do, sorry again for that. If you are sort of contemplating on doing a YouTube channel, then I would suggest starting your channel so long, getting the email set up and all that. And then when you make comments on people's videos, that it happens on your new ID. Because, I mean, I've been watching YouTube videos and specifically crafting videos and junk journaling videos for ages and ages and ages, years and years, and before I now started this channel. And I've always commented on videos and, you know, been part of the community and all that. And then when I started this channel, then I created a new ID and a new email address and all that for you know, for YouTube purposes. And so I had to sort of start commenting, you know, like if it shows on a channel like you've made 50 comments there already, or 100 comments or whatever. Now all of that reverted back to 0 for me. You know? So basically, as if I'm a complete new craft or a new watcher, new viewer, and you know, there's no substance, there's no history or watching history or commenting history or a sort of participation history, if that makes sense, of all the channels that you've visited before. And whether you want to know it or not, people actually treat you differently when they, I mean, like before, I was quite well known on a whole lot of channels as a regular commenter. And like when you comment, people say, "Oh, hi, and thank you for your, you know, your support and whatever," you know, like you were well known. And then when I started this, sorry, I just want to hear what the dogs hear. No, it just sounds like a motorbike that's passing by. Okay. And then when I started this channel, then all of a sudden I was a newbie commenter. And the channels that knew me, I don't mention that, look, I've actually been a subscriber of your channel for a few years and I've made like 1 million comments here. This is just a new idea. I mean, that's a bit silly to sort of make them aware of that. But they definitely treat you differently for being a new commenter and you've only made 1 comment on a channel or 2 comments on a channel or whatever. So here's my suggestion to you. If you are planning on starting a channel in the future, Yoda. So if you are planning on starting a channel, then do that, the ID bit, so that when you make comments, that you start building up your community, your network, you know what I mean? Start building it up now, so that you don't start afresh once you have a channel, once you actually make videos, you know. Alright, I think we've gone through. Let's just double check. So I think we've gone pretty much through everything. Sorry, let me just move all the crappy stuff off the screen. And I need a sip of coffee. Yum, 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 yum. Okay. That's covered, that's covered, that's covered, that's covered. Turn around. That's covered, that's covered. That's covered, that's covered, that is covered, that is covered, that is covered, that. Okay, everything is covered. I think we are now, I'm not sure if I want to add any pockets here. I think this thing is, if we roll it up now, have a look, it's starting to bulk out, which might not be what we want in the end. So up to here it's still fine, but then this very last one, not good. See there. Now I can force it closed, and if I put a closure on here, then obviously it's closed, but it is bulking up. Alright, so not sure if I actually want to add any more pockets on here. Alright, but either way, that's good. We've got what we've got here. Let's take scissors and let's just go around all the sides and cut off, you know, what shouldn't be there, and just fix. This doesn't look good. This does not look good, people. Let's fix this. Let's fix this quickly. I'm also sort of just checking through whilst I'm doing this now, like there's a little loose bit. I don't even know if it will show up on camera, but I'm just gonna sort of, you know, put down the bits that's standing up, and, you know, just generally checking for mistakes or things. Not for things, for mistakes. For errors. Stuff that we can fix. Okay, that looks good. Happy this there. That one needs a cut there. That looks good. Just check a king, check it. That doesn't look good there. Let's fix that, but I'll have to turn this around. I'm realizing that I might actually not be able to record for that long right now, because it does seem like it's not getting dark, but it's definitely getting darker. It might be because there's rain on its way. It's afternoon, yeah. I don't record with any lights or equipment, etc. Obviously, I told you earlier I don't have electricity. So I sit in front of an open door. I've set the table up in front of a door, and I've got the door open and the natural light from outside shining in. I should honestly show you my setup for everybody that thinks they that they need this or they need that to actually start a channel. People, you need nothing. Let me tell you, you need nothing. My first setup now that I recorded on before like not the last video, but the ones before that. You see this basket? It has these little things that you can sort of slide over a shelf. No, that's not in screen. Okay, let me move this. Do you see it's got these things that you slide over a shelf? Okay, like that. On two sides. So it's got it on both sides. This side as well. Okay. So literally the setup I had, let me just grab a piece of pen and paper, then I'll maybe just explain that to you quickly. I know I'm off topic, I realize. It is what it is, people. I am who I am. It's not gonna change. Let me just move that for a moment. Where will I find? Okay, there's a pencil. Okay. Let me explain to you what I mean. I have a cupboard here, and I have a desk like about, okay, so the cupboard is up to there. Then my husband put a rotating axle thingy in there, and there's the desk, and it's got a leg. Okay, but this also has a rotating thing. So when I'm done, I move that up and it slides into there, and I've got a clip that I just clip there to keep the desk part up. And this at the bottom here, he's got a whole bunch of DVDs and stuff, and at the top here is my crafting space that I can pack my stuff. It's very small. Okay, now what I've done, before I had to put a ladder here, like that. So here I had put a pole from, this thing is made of pellet wood, so it has a horizontal thing there and at the other side. So I've put a plank there from this side. I know I'm not drawing it correctly, but you get the idea. So I've put a horizontal pole like that. Then I put a pole that way from that plank. I tied it up there with masking tape, and I put a plank over it onto the ladder like that. Alright, and then I had my hanging basket, that thing that I just showed you, hanging there. Okay, the wire basket. Okay, and I put my phone in there. Okay, so that's the phone, sideways, not this way, that way. Okay, and record. So when you record, you've got your desk, you put it on video, not on photo. Note that, because your photo screen is that big, and your video screen seems to be about that big. Okay, But when you put it on, you put it in the exact place, and if you want to mark it, you put masking tape there, you put masking tape there, and you put masking tape there, so you know exactly where your space is. Exactly, where's the phone, where's the basket, where's that, where's... So each point, so next time that you record, that you know exactly what the correct positions are. So whatever your setup is, just mark it with masking tape. Okay. Now, when you put your recording on video and you look through your screen, you will see that your recording actually looks like this. The area that you can record looks something like that. Okay? It's not square or a rectangle like your screen. It's actually like that. So what I've done is I've taped masking tape through the screen by looking through the screen. I mean, I'm sure you can actually see it on the site right now. And that's what I've done. Sorry for the sidetrack, but there's so many people that says they can't record, or they're having technical difficulties, or they having issues. And I tell you people, you need very, very little to start. You don't need the lights, don't need... Obviously, depending on how dark it is where you are, I suppose, I mean, but literally, I'm using natural light, and it's getting dark now. I'm hoping you can, it wouldn't help to say you don't need anything, and then you can't actually see what I'm doing right now. Sorry, just when the dogs bark, I have to just listen if I hear anything. So sorry if I stop talking. My husband actually told me that I was living dangerously by ignoring the dogs and not listening or hearing or going to see what is going on. But it is what it is. You can't explain your whole life to everybody on YouTube, and you know, everybody's life circumstances is different. You know, you can't. We have to do what we have to do. But I mean, the crafting world is different, isn't it? It's a lot more forgiving. It's a lot more forgiving for people's personal circumstances. I have a dog that's standing at my door. Not the one barking, another one. His name is Teddy Bear, or in Afrikaans, Teddy Bear. And he's desperately trying to come in. Because he didn't come in earlier when I called. Now he's trying to come in. So he comes and stands at the door and looks like an orphan. Sorry guys, will you excuse me? I'm just gonna literally just open the door for the dog. I'm only 2 feet away, so I'll continue talking. And Teddy Bear just jumped in. There we go. Now we have a less orphan looking dog. I have 2 small dogs, and I have 4 big dogs. And that's a big dog. Seska. She's barking for attention because Teddy Bear got to come in and she didn't, so she's not a happy bunny. Well, she's not a bunny. She's a dog. Okay, I'll be doing this later. It's taking time, so I don't want to do that. I'm gonna go on to this, and if needed, we will add butterfly stickers. Okay, so let's open this. Why is this one here? Why is this one folded there? Let's have a look. Okay, let's find the loose bit. This just seems to have 1 layer. Is that possible? I don't know that I've ever seen a napkin with just 1 layer. Have you ever seen a napkin with 1 layer? Okay, so you see the hole? Ooh, look at that beautiful I don't know if that will show on screen. Look at that embossing. Can you see that, guys? This is the second layer. Ooh, I like that. I wonder how I can use that to make something. Because the moment you stick it to something, it loses that embossing, doesn't it? Okay, so now the whole napkin, you see it's a whole empty napkin. This also looks embossed. Ooh, I likes. So I realize it's a bit of a waste of a very big napkin, but this to me was just so gorgeous that I couldn't resist. You know, like when you buy napkins, you honestly try to buy the napkin that's going to give you the most, like this. Let me show you. Like this. You know, the most value for money. You know, it's got a butterfly, it's got wood grain, it's got a flower and more butterflies, and there's rosy bits, and you know, like, or that, you know, like, look how many, like, butterfly, rosebuds, roses, fieldy flowers. I have no idea what that's called. So, you know, you kind of look for napkins that's really value for money, you know, like got all of the elements that you could possibly get on there. Do you also buy napkins that way? Is it only me? But this was just so beautiful that I could not resist it. I don't think the shiny bit goes well with the junk journaling idea, or not in my mind. You know, like you've got field flowery, very matte, and now you plonk shiny on it. But I have to put the watery glue over it to attach it. So, like I said before, in my mind that will probably clear the, not clear, de-shine it. Well, we're developing a new language. Afro-English. This new language is called Afringlish. Sorry for that. Okay, so now what do you think of that? Let me look through the viewer. Let's put another one. Ooh, it actually looks a little bit. Oh, I likes. No, that's too big. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I think that's gonna be poety. I think that's gonna be poety, people. Let's do that. I think I need to just stir this up again. The wood glue does tend to sort of just go and lie at the bottom. There's a gobbledygook. What is that? Okay. There we go. Alright, now let's do this. It actually changes quite opaque, but I suppose it will dry clear because wood glue does dry clear. It still looks very shiny from where I'm sitting. Different type of shine, but still shiny.